Hello and welcome to Two Bound Books. My name is Amber.
And my name is Shaylee. We are so glad you're with us today during our season finale. We are a podcast that is dedicated to bringing authors and readers together through the stories that bind us.
Woot woot.
It's exciting for this to be our season finale. We are planning to kind of do some recapping today of what we've been up to since January. And then we'll be taking a little hiatus and we'll be back in the fall.
A little summer break.
A little summer break. Both of our lives get a little nuts in the summer. Amber being in the HVAC world and me being in the wedding industry.
Yeah, we do heating and air conditioning. And for those of you that don't know, the summer gets really warm every once in a great long while in this season called summer. And so...
yeah. Well, before we jump in, I'm going to open my drink here. Just made a mess.
It just sprayed my face.
Sorry about that. For those of you that are not watching on YouTube, we are enjoying our Topo Chicos again. Because, I mean, Amber puts up with it because it's what I keep here at the office, but I am fully a sparkling water girl.
And I am fully a Diet Pepsi girl.
But I think that's devil's food, so I don't stock it here.
Yeah.
So
they do Diet Coke every once in a great long while, and I feel grateful for that. So so we've read 13 books this year for our podcast.
Yeah.
So
well, have we read all 13 or is
between you and I, one
Okay.
of us has read we have covered 13 books within our episode since January.
That's fun.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and we have some of them for those of you watching on YouTube featured behind us. If you're not watching on YouTube, go check out our YouTube, subscribe, because then you'll get notifications with the new episodes and you can sometimes see the crazy faces that we make.
Oh my goodness, so many crazy faces. We should definitely, though, take a picture of our lovely shelves so that...
share them with the world.
Yeah. So those lovely books. But really quick, before we jump into our favorite recaps and our favorite books of the season, how many books have you read for Goodreads?
Oh.
What are you at?
I am at 65, I think. And my goal for the year was 68.
That's amazing.
Yes. I think it's really unlike me to do a random number like that. I really like the round numbers.
That is a really random number.
And do I have my phone with me? I do. I'm going to pull up my Goodreads account because am I crazy? Am I remembering this right? I have to find out right now. But while I'm looking it up, let's hear yours.
I'm at, so my goal for the year was 143. Or sorry, 100. I hit 143 as of today. And I technically hit 100 on the last day of May.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode.
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay, I am crazy.
What's your goal?
My goal is 100 this year.
Okay.
The 68 that I'm remembering is how many I read last year from April through December.
Shaylee's just making up numbers.
I'm making up numbers. So I'm at 65 books right now. I'm reading number 66 as we speak. And my goal is 100 books. It says that I'm 16 books ahead of schedule.
I'm 43 books ahead of schedule.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my goodness.
And so
I love Goodreads, man. It's like my own personal happy social media.
did you see though that Fable does like a Myers-Briggs test for the types of books?
No, you told me about that and I need to go on and take it. I already have my Fable account, so I just need to do it.
Oh my goodness. I so want to do it. And maybe we can open our new season with what our Myers-Briggs of
Fable
is.
That's so funny. So we rated, out of the books that we read this year, we rated our top 5. And the way that we did this to make it fair, because Amber and I do have some different tastes.
We have very different tastes in books.
We do. Some of them we really align with, but we like them for different reasons.
Most definitely.
Like we're just different in our reading worlds, which is good for this podcast because then you guys get the best of both worlds, I guess.
All right, there, Hillary Duff. Oh, no,
Hannah Montana. Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so the way that we did this is basically Amber told me her top 5. And then I did my top 5. And then the ones, or I think we did like top 6 or something. And then we took the ones that were all the same, put them in a list. And then I told Amber, rate these in order 1 through 5. And then I did the same. And then we added the number, and that's how we got our results. So we'll start from the bottom. Because our third place tied, it's really, we're starting with number 4, but it's our 5th place, which is Illuminating the Magic
by Ashley Mendoza. And for those of you that don't know, this is an absolutely adorable tale of it's an ugly duckly retelling.
Yes,
and so it's really
cute.
her coming into her power. And one of my favorite moments was literally texting with Ashley or like Facebook messaging her and being like, so help me out on how you say these names, because
Fantasy world, man.
I just need to know. And she's like, I like to look through a baby book and find names that I like, and then I'll change the spelling of them, or I'll change a letter in them. And I'm like, got it.
Okay, you know what's funny is that my mother is all about the unique spellings too.
Yeah.
And so like my name is Shaylee, and a lot of people want to do SHAY, LEY, LEE, whatever.
LEIGA.
Yeah, LEIGH. But I'm SHAILEE. So people are like, Shiley? Because you think of like chai tea, it's AI. I'm like, no. And then my sister is Kaylin, and my mom switches the I and the Y as well.
Oh yeah, that's super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd do a great job at a fantasy world.
Totally. Okay, why don't you take our first one in number 3 slot?
Our first one in number 3 was Mother of Trees by Stephen Morris.
And it tied with Divided by Missy, Kampa, and Aimee Aumock. I'm like, which last name goes with who?
I know. I totally had that the other day. But no, we absolutely honestly, this top 5 list was very hard.
It was hard because we had some really great books this season.
We really did. Honestly, for a first season, we were truly blessed with some wonderful authors, wonderful books, and some...
Oh my gosh. I feel like we met some just incredible people.
Oh, I'm excited to see where this can go.
Yeah. It'll be cool.
And the positive feedback that we've gotten from authors and then our audience as well. It's been so neat to be able to see that.
Absolutely. I did not get to read Mother of Trees. Amber read that one.
So good.
Because we had our moments where life was chaotic. And so one of us is like, I got this book. And so Amber had read Mother of Trees and filled me in, and she was raving about it the entire time.
But also, like, I'm a super like fantasy girly, and like I'm a high fantasy. Like, give me like all the fantasy. Romance could be a total subplot if it like absolutely is necessary. It does help the plot go on.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation.
Yes.
But no, I could totally go just for fantasy, and this book definitely filled that like gaping hole in my heart that was I just need fantasy.
Yeah, and I think that the reason that this one ended up on our top 5 list, even though I didn't get the opportunity to read it yet, is because of the way that Amber raved about it. I was like, okay, she's like, this one has to be in the top for me. Like this is going in, it has to.
Or I won't record. I'm kidding.
Yeah. And I think for you, it probably would have rated higher than it is with our joint combination. But you know, it is what it is. Being the joint, the two of us, we gotta make our sacrifices.
We gotta accommodate the other.
But then Divided by the two gals was so good, and it definitely had that romantic aspect to it. It was older, young adult, and it just captured you from the first page. And so
it does. It's very cute.
Yeah,
I love it.
So good. Number 2, you've heard us talk about this book over and over and over.
This is the book that got me into it.
Yep.
This is the book that literally I texted Shaylee in the middle of October and was like, we should do this.
And what is it?
It's The Non-Magical Declan Moore by Nathan Taylor.
Of course. And our number 1 book of this season was The Concealed by SK Horton. And that was one that we both were just fully engrossed in.
Yeah. And what's really funny is one of our 3, but then also like one of the ones that got 3rd place, but then also books 1, 2, and one of the third place, we got to interview the authors with as well.
Yeah.
And I totally didn't even realize that was how we also did it. So we might have had like a little bit of a bias personally.
Maybe.
With it.
I
Like,
didn't even think about that.
I know, like we felt more connected to the book because we got to like talk with the author. And honestly, like with Mother of Trees, I was talking with Stephen J. Morris the entire time as I'm going through it. Not like, oh my goodness, I love this. I absolutely adore
and
this.
I think that connection does bring a little bit more to it.
Yeah.
And there's some authors, I love all of our authors, and I think that they're all phenomenal and they've just brought so much to this, but there's some that we just truly hit it off with personality wise. Oh, yeah. And Amber's drink is doing weird things.
I'm not really sure what's going on with it.
She took a drink out of the straw and the bubbles just started coming up and over and going down it like a little water slide.
It's like a little fountain.
I'm sorry, that distracted me. I couldn't not mention it.
If you can't tell, we may both have ADD and ADHD in some variety.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, did I just call you out? Called out too soon?
No. Okay, so preparing for this episode, I'm so excited for this episode because we're going to just recap some of the best moments. I actually brought a notebook with me today, and you know what I did the last 3 days is I sat and listened to all of our episodes from this season on 2 times speed.
Oh, I love it.
Because I'm like, I've already listened to this when I've edited it and everything else, but I just needed that recap for this episode. And so I made it through all of our episodes except for our last one, but that one's still pretty fresh in my mind.
Yeah, you just edited that one.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, I'm taking notes. And so I took some notes today. How was the preparation process for you?
I would listen to them while I was driving into work. I have a 30-minute drive into work. And so I would, the last 3 or 4 days, I've been listening to them on my, like one on my way down, one on my way up, one on my way down, one on my way up. And I've found some great joy in listening to us. But also every once in a while, I'm like, ooh, I can't believe I said that.
Cringeworthy moments.
Oh, yeah. 100% cringeworthy.
Well, I think let's talk about some of our book chaos first. So like some of the funny or wild or just crazy moments that we experienced this season.
I feel like I'm always the chaotic one in this relationship.
You are. And we actually talked about that in one of the episodes where introvert, you are an introvert and I'm kind of 50-50, but have leaned more extrovert most of my life, but I'm the calm one and you're the hyper one.
Yeah. And it's funny because people, when they first see me, they'll peg me as an extrovert. And I'm like, oh, no, you have me so wrong. That's my anxiety speaking.
Yeah. I would have never guessed you were an introvert.
I would rather be in a corner reading by myself.
You made me want to be an introvert.
Believe it or not, Shaylee and I did not necessarily get along when we first met. Like there was nothing that was like against each other.
No, there was no animosity. We just didn't click.
And then the thing that brought us together was books. And that's what truly like bound us together. And now,
yeah, because we served on a worship team together at one of our former churches. And yeah, Amber, like I said, she's kind of like that bouncing bean. You were also a lot younger then too.
I was like 21.
Yeah, so I
was real young.
You had more energy.
22. I was 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was a baby.
Little wee one. Okay, some of our wild moments, we're getting off again. It's gonna be one of those days.
We got ADD and ADHD if you can't tell.
Oh my gosh. Okay, one of our wild moments for me, or like crazy moments, was the sloth moment of episode 3.
I have that in my notes. I go so slow.
and me over here, Sid the sloth. Oh wait, that's Ice Age.
No, it's Zootopia.
And I was dying at that. That's
Sid
still one of my favorite moments of all of this because I thought it was so funny. And I posted that clip on our social media and someone's in the comments, it's Zootopia, like yelling at us as we're trying to figure it out.
Oh my goodness. There's some days where words fail.
Yeah.
Actually, that's most days where words fail for me.
What's another one you have?
I have, it's the hot takes from the same episode where I can't even remember the question you asked me, but I literally was just like, thank you, next. Like, we're done, moving on.
Insert Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
So funny. Okay, wait.
I have one last one, but it goes for 2 different categories.
Okay.
So this was our second episode that we filmed. So it was Nathan Taylor, non-magical Declan Moore.
Oh, save that one. I know what you're doing. Save that one because
Okay.
it goes with our author moments.
Okay, I'm saving it for our author moments.
Save that one. But let's
I
talk
put it in
about
both
you
spots.
forgetting your children's birthdays repeatedly
Okay, but here's the problem.
and how old they are.
Here's the problem is I was trying to like think in advance like how old they were or how old they would be by the time we recorded the episode. And so then like months would be off or weeks would be off and things like weren't aligning.
Okay, so to give a little bit of context, this is both mine and Amber's first podcast. And when we started this,
We started recording in like November, December.
it was November. It was end of November and it was our first recording. And our thought process was, don't let people know you're recording ahead of time. Make it seem like it's coming out. But then I'm like, why are we doing that? Because our episodes go out at midnight and it's okay for people to know we're recording ahead of time.
Yeah.
Which we do. We record ahead of time because we have lives and it takes time to edit something together. We are not live here because if we were live, Amber and I would get canceled.
I have a water fountain.
You have another water slide happening over here. Because we go a little unfiltered sometimes. And I will say you guys get majority of the content, but there have been moments where things come out.
Are you going to talk about the mansplaining?
Oh, that's part of it, man. That's part of it. So I actually have that here. Amber mansplain is in my notes here because Amber does mansplain. And there's the one episode and I didn't cut it out because I'm like, you know what? This is Amber core.
It's 100% Amber core.
Is when she, are you so proud of me? I used a pop culture term that's with the times.
So proud of you.
Also, you can see I have 4th of July happening on my hands right now. So you can tell we're recording this ahead of time.
And I totally don't.
But, okay, mansplaining. That episode, I forget which episode it was, but Amber's like, we're talking about
Barnes & Noble.
Oh, yeah, Barnes & Noble coming out with new stores. And
So for those of you that don't know, it's 2025.
and she's like, so 2024 was last year and it's 2025 this year. And I was like, duh.
That is how years work.
And she's over here crying, but I left it because it's totally, number one, the grumpy sunshine vibe between our personalities, because I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's over here, dee-dee-dee. And then she mansplains or womansplains everything.
I do.
And I'm like, Amber, I don't. TMI.
I do.
So that was the funny part.
We have some really funny faces in that episode too.
Oh my gosh, yes. And there's another episode where we were talking about it was Would You Rather?
Yes.
And you asked me, would you rather have an old library or like fresh pages? I'm like, oh, I love the smell of an old library. And you're like, yeah, about that. I just saw something where someone had actual bookworms. And I'm like, ew.
And it was in their Twilight book.
It was their Twilight book, which was just even more crazy.
Yeah. It traumatized me.
Speaking of, Amber hated on Twilight the entire season.
Okay. But also we're from Washington. So because I just literally talked about this today with someone. There's a point in Twilight where she's talking about how to get from Forks to Seattle and how Edward does it. And if you look at the route that she has him take, it is the most inefficient route known to mankind. And I'm a very logical person when it comes to like routes and things like that. So if it's a book
No, you are not. I'm going to cut that down right now. If
it is from the area that I live in.
No, because no. This woman, I was following her to dinner one night.
I didn't say I'm logical in driving. I said I am logical in reading.
I was following her to dinner one night and she's like, hey, follow me, because the freeway had an accident on it. We couldn't take the normal route. And so she's routing us through downtown Olympia. And all of a sudden, I'm ahead of her, so I'm waiting for her to catch up so that I can follow her. So I'm at the stoplight ready to go straight, and all of a sudden I see her flip a right-hand turn, and I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, was that you that just turned? And she's like, yeah, I don't like to wait for red lights. I'm like, you just told me to follow you. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
I didn't say I was logical while driving. I am logical while reading. Maybe Edward just took a few. He didn't like the red lights to get to Seattle.
That's what it is right there.
He didn't like the red lights.
He didn't like the red lights. Gosh.
Oh, no.
Never mind his vampire speed.
I'm Edward.
Gosh.
I don't like red lights.
Okay, other crazy moments. There was a lot of random singing that happened.
Okay. But also my drums.
Oh yeah, drums.
My drums. But at the beginning of every single episode. But not only that, I suck my lips in every single time that we go to do it. And so like it's the anticipation for me. I automatically will suck my lips in to do it. And so if you're watching, highly entertaining. And we should roll the clip of the first 3 intros that we did. And by we, I mean me, because none of them are the same.
Okay, yeah, no, you're not always on beat, number one, or like on time, which is funny because you're a musician.
But I'm also deaf, so like, give me a break. I am 98% deaf.
You have headphones on. I can hear this very clearly.
Well, it could go a little louder.
Oh my gosh, she asked me to turn her headphones down today. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, I don't know why it's so loud. And she goes, because you're deaf.
Yeah. You only
It's
got
true.
one ear hole.
I do.
One working one. Okay.
And this goes into our chaotic moments.
Yep. And spiciest hot takes we threw out. So controversial opinions, we had stuff like that.
Can I say, I have one. It's literally my favorite one.
Go.
Okay. One of the episodes I go through and I'm like, I do not like multiple POV books. I can't handle them. If you have a multiple POV book, you think highly of.
We were both doing it.
You think way too highly of yourself. And then literally,
she was so mean about it though.
I totally was. And then Stephen J. Morris is emailing me and he's like, lol, I'm listening to your episode right now on multiple POV books. My book is multiple point of view and you're not going to like it. And I was like, bet. I'm gonna like it. And I absolutely fell in love with it. Hence why it ranked number 3 in or tied number 3 in our ranking.
Well, and it's funny because at that same moment I was reading a different book series that had multiple point of view, and I think that it was like 8 characters point of view.
Yeah.
Or more. There was more at times because some of the side characters would get point of view chapters here and there. And I was like, I love this. I love this so much. And so both of us came back and ate our words.
Oh, totally. I totally ate crow.
Yeah.
It's a phrase, okay?
Ew.
It's not the best phrase, but
not the best phrase.
That was my spiciest hot take that I totally threw out.
Also, some other ones that we talked about. So it's funny because I have Amber hates Twilight written. And okay, here's my thing. Another thing is that there were so many millennial moments throughout, and it worked out okay because our authors are our age.
Yes.
And so, well, some of them are. And so there was like this debate on YouTube, and I like The Mortal Instruments and Twilight.
Yeah.
And Amber does not.
Neither of them.
She's fully a Hunger Games girl, though.
100%.
And so, and I am too. I like Hunger Games. Don't
give me a
wrong.
Suzanne Collins any day.
But then I get people in the comments on YouTube that are like, "Oh, I love The Mortal Instruments. I love Twilight." I'm like, yes, winner.
But it's also not like I'm against them or like I'm gonna
you hated on them the entire season.
It is great that you love them, and I am so glad that there is an audience that you that found such great joy with it. But I also know that I'm not the only one that's thinking this.
You said nice things. Good job.
Thank you. Some days I choose tact.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose it. Okay. Oh, we talked about bookish pet peeves.
Oh, yeah.
And spines that don't match.
Ugh.
Okay, but I have to talk to you about one. So you know the ACOTAR series?
Yes.
And they're beautiful, colorful, all lined up. And
1, 2, 3, 4. You get to 5.
Okay.
What's wrong with 5?
So here's the thing. Let me tell you something. I was talking to someone about this recently. And I said, my friend Amber hates that there's design on number 5, but all the rest of them are like clean and lined up. And she says, well, number 5 is a different story. It's not the same series. And I said, yes, it is. It's all part of the ACOTAR series. And she said, no, think about it. 1 through 4 is Rhysand and Feyre's story. And book 5 is now starting with a side character.
But book 4 also has multiple POVs.
But it's still wrapping up Feyre and Rhysand.
Yeah, I still don't like that it is seen as a series. They sell it as a box set, books 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
That's what I said.
And there is a spine that does the same thing. It's the same thing with the books that you're going through right now with Elsie Silver.
Oh, yeah.
Where none of the spines match up and the numbers don't match up. And that's why I refuse to buy them.
I don't know about that because I'm reading them on my Kindle.
Yeah. It's the only thing that is keeping me from buying them.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think that it'll be interesting to see if SJM, because there's still that rumor that she has like 2 or 3 more books for the ACOTAR series. Mm-hmm. But when you Google it, they're like, oh, it's completed. Oh, but it's not. And so I'm very curious to see what actually happens.
Hi guys, it's Shaylee. You are currently taking a short intermission from our recorded podcast for me to come on and say that I eat my words in this moment talking about Sarah J. Maas. Because if you have not been in book talk this past week, or maybe you've been living under a rock and haven't heard, SJM did announce that there are more ACOTAR books coming, and she blew up book talk with this announcement. There are theories from she wrote book 5 and book 6 to it's just called ACOTAR 6, but the theories are coming because we have book 1, book 2, book 3, book 3.5, which is the novella, and then book 4, which is Cassian and Nesta's book. So that's technically book 4. And on the notebook, on her Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you will find it on all of her social medias. It says ACOTAR 6. And in the comment or the caption, she said, first drafts finished. And there's no apostrophe. So it most likely means plural first drafts are done. And the TikTok and book talk world is reeling. So that is where we are at. We're going to head on back to the actual podcast now, but wanted to take a quick minute because this podcast and those words did not age well since we recorded this back right before the 4th of July. And this happened just this last week.
Not completed.
That's what I thought, but they're saying it is because Feyre and Rhysand's story is wrapped.
No, she has a whole, she did a whole Instagram post where she was in Switzerland getting ideas, and she was like, a quart of what? And
so yeah, but spines not matching was definitely a pet peeve. And then
spines of different heights.
Powerless series. The Powerless series, different heights.
With Aimee.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's one of my things with our best guest moments. And so we'll talk about that because that was so funny. But okay, let's see. What other ones did we have? Oh,
I had the book dragon tendencies too.
You did. Yeah.
So many book dragon tendencies.
You do. You are a definition of book dragon.
I am.
and tattered pages.
Ugh. And reduce, reuse, recycle.
Oh my gosh.
The amount of times I say that is ridiculous.
And the other thing that you say a lot is highly entertaining.
Yes. I have catchphrases.
Is that what we're calling them now?
That is how I'm going to leave that sentence.
Because
I have catchphrases.
while I'm listening back, I'm like, is she going to say highly entertaining? Highly entertaining right here. And I would call it. I would just guess when it was coming. You know, that could be
rude. I could be a sticker.
It could be a drinking.
I could be a sticker.
A sticker.
Yeah, highly entertaining. 2 banned books.
There you go. Create
That's our
it.
tagline.
Make it. No, I'm not claiming that. That's Amber's tagline.
Okay, that's Amber's tagline. Highly entertaining.
Because I don't say that. That's never come out of my mouth.
That it just did multiple times.
Only
and reduce, reuse, recycle.
Only repeating you. Mimicking you, whatever you say. Okay, wait. Of the books we read, do you have favorite book moments?
Yes. So in the non-magical Declan Moore, the phrase lamp,
Yes.
lacking all magical potential.
I loved that.
I cackled every time the word lamp came up, and I was just like, muggle.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And it's like the muggles get all the boring jobs, and I was like, oh my gosh, they totally do.
That's so funny. I never put like lamp and muggle together, but it's perfect.
It totally is. Anyways, that's what I was thinking anytime I saw the word lamp.
Or, okay, one for me is when Kate finally made it rain.
Yes.
And so that was a good one for me.
And I had 2 quotes from the concealed that I pulled out, which are, you can't spend time worrying about what others see. Instead, focus on what you know to be true in yourself. Mm-hmm. And then the next one I have is family can be a strength. If you don't let go and seek your own destiny, you will be left behind, grasping at their dreams, not yours.
I like that. She has some very quotable moments in her book.
So many good moments.
In both of them, because we have the captured up here behind it. Oh, behind Amber. We have the captured, which is her second book in the series. Mm-hmm. And there's so many quotable moments there too. She's just on fire. You go, SK Horton.
You go, girl.
Okay. Now we're here. Best guest moments.
Okay.
So let's hear yours.
In our second episode, we interviewed Nathan Taylor.
Yes.
And for those of you that haven't gone back and watched it, he has an Australian accent because he lives in Australia. And super fun.
There's another one of your catchphrases.
Super fun.
Yeah.
It's another sticker.
Super fun.
Super fun. So I struggle with accents, and we had this conversation before we went live with the interview about how I struggle with accents, and he goes, I'll try to talk slower so that way then we're good to go. And then he says something where I go I can't help but notice you have an accent. Where are you from? Introduce yourself to the audience. And he goes, I'm Nathan Taylor. I'm from Australia, and I'll try to tone down my accent. And my response to it was,
no, you're fine. And let me tell you, it was the excited book boyfriend. No, you're fine response. And I'm like, Amber.
but that's not how I meant it.
It's not how she meant it at
all.
At all. Because she was she's like, no, don't change yourself. You're good. But the way it sounded, I was over here. If you look closely, my eyes get a little bit bigger. Oh, wait, I don't think you can see us because at that moment I had edited it and Nathan was on the screen. But my eyes got a little big. Did she really? And then one of our coworkers was listening, and all of a sudden I hear her cackling in her office. I'm like, what is so funny? She's like, I'm watching your podcast and Amber in this moment.
I have a lot of comical moments. I bring
That are
a comedy.
unintentional.
Everything I do is unintentional.
Oh my gosh.
I say I'm really funny, and primarily that I'm a comedy of errors because things just happen to me.
Yeah, that's
And-
true.
And so,
Some of my favorite guest moments were with Aimee and Missy.
oh my goodness.
That entire episode was so fun. They were basically us, but in Minnesota.
That's literally what I put down. I go, how amazing it was to see ourselves in Aimee, Aumock, and Missy Kampa.
Oh, totally. And what cracked me up is that you guys can't see everything happening during the edited version because I'm putting them up when they're talking and us up when we're talking for the edited version. But at the beginning of the podcast, our authors are on with us the whole time. So we have them brought up on Zoom because I can't like get in the middle of the thing and pull people up, and it just helps with flow to have them there the whole time. And so our producer sits in here and has them ready to go and gets them up for us as soon as it's time. And so we can see them on this little screen next to our camera. And as Amber, it was during our pet peeves episode that we had them on. And Amber's talking about powerless and how they're like 3 different heights. And all of a sudden you see Amy start turning around and looking, and she has huge bookshelves behind her. And she's looking over her shoulder, and all of a sudden you see her kind of get up and run over to the bookshelf, and she pulls them down. And so later in the episode she could show us, I saw these, and she was mortified by it too. She got them in the mail. She's like, what is this?
Yeah. No, I absolutely loved our interview with Aimee and Missy. They were so fun.
Felt like talking to friends.
Oh, yeah. And we ended up like talking with them for an extra like 30 to 45 minutes afterwards. Mind you, we're in a time zone difference and we record at night. And so we were recording at 8 o'clock. Our time was when we started, which was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock their time.
Yeah.
And so we ended up on the like phone with them until like 1 o'clock in the morning their time.
Yeah, maybe. I think
12 or 1 o'clock.
we started recording earlier that day because I think that our study wasn't going on.
Okay.
So I think that we had started a little bit earlier, but even so, it was pretty late there, and their husbands were putting their kids to bed so that we could chat with them, which was great.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. I love also how yeah, I just adore them, but also in that episode, because this also goes into the like funnies. And you guys don't see this, but I completely forgot my name in the introduction to that episode. And so
our awkward moments.
So if we go back to awkward moments, I went to go and like introduce us for Two Bound Books. And I was like, who am
She's like, hi, I'm...
And I just paused. I literally...
And I looked at her, and Aimee and Missy are cracking up on the screen.
And Rob, our producer, goes, I'm going to pause real quick. Do you know your name? And I go, I don't know.
We're going to start over.
So I was like, if that doesn't like ensure confidence right there, like, way to go, guys.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny. And there's been a couple times too where we've had to stop at the intro a few times. Thankfully, it's been at the intro. But there was one day too. Okay, the first time we brought these Topo Chico drinks out, Amber's like, give me your straw. I want to drum with your straw. And I was like, no, you are not putting your hands all over my straw. She's like, but I want to drum with it. I won't hold it where your mouth goes. And I go, it's still going in my drink. The answer is no. So then you see her in that episode with one straw and one finger drumming. Go back and enjoy it. I think that was like 4 episodes ago.
I'm slightly chaotic.
Slightly. That's another thing we talked about. Hurricane Amber.
I am
and coming in like
it's
a
an
wrecking ball.
understatement.
Okay, so other awkward moments that happened was episode 4. We had SK Horton on, and our producer could not be with us that night because he had a work function.
Something else going on.
Yeah, work-related things happening. And so he wasn't even...
We were recording on a Saturday.
He wasn't even in town. He was in Spokane with his family. That's what was happening. We were recording on a Saturday. It was just one of those things. And most of the time, I'm pretty competent, but I was still learning at that point with this whole setup. And it's a little bit more of... it's more chaotic when you're bringing in the interview aspect of it too. Yeah. And so we were trying to get everything set up correctly. He was here. This was the time he was here. He just had work stuff going on. Because remember, he came in, we were trying to find that cord.
Yeah.
And so all sorts of technical difficulties are happening.
There was a delay.
And poor Stephanie's sitting here, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I'm having a great conversation with her.
Yeah, and we're sitting here talking to her. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't figure out how to get this connected. Something's not working. Well, a cord was missing, and one of our staff had borrowed it and not returned it. And so Rob was like trying to get things to work right. Either way, everything finally got set up. We're like, sweet, time to go. And I'm over here, and I clicked record on our sound device. Well, I had already clicked record earlier before all the chaos and forgot that I had already clicked record. Yeah. And so then we had no audio for that entire episode, and we had to use our on-camera and Zoom audio.
And my favorite are the comments that came in afterwards and were like, hey, you should...
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the sound's not as good quality as it normally is, obviously. And the first thing we get is a comment from someone on YouTube. Hey, your audio sounds off. You should probably make sure it's correct. I'm like, yeah, you think I don't know my audio's off after I just edited this episode and did everything I could to bring it forward? But we're not going to get Stephanie back on here to try and re-record an entire 45-minute interview.
And I felt so bad for Shaylee because she was just kicking herself while she was down the entire time.
Mad. I was so mad. So that was my probably worst moment of the season.
All right.
Go. What's yours?
Not knowing my name.
Not knowing your name.
The first 3 episodes where the intros are not even the same. Like, let's just... where I literally have to write it out in our notes. Hello, my name...
We have to write the full
We have to write the intro.
Just because of Amber not remembering her name.
Hello, and welcome to Two Bound Books. My name is Amber. I literally have to write that out.
Yeah, or it's forgotten.
And it has to be highlighted in blue so that I can... I know that that's my line.
Okay, we hit the mic so many times too. And it's so funny because Amber's like, I'm going to hit the mic to make a point. She goes, oh, sorry, people. Dying over here. I'm like, all right, well, that works.
I broke the fourth wall.
And then my biggest fail, you ready? Other than the tech issues, we tried to start a Fable book club. We did not go far.
We made it
to the second book.
There
was just too many moving parts, you guys. We're so sorry.
We are still trying to figure out. It's hard when you are a newborn baby in the podcasting world and you decide that you're going to try to start off with running.
Rather than walking.
Instead of going through the crawling phase.
Crawl, walk, run.
And the walking phase.
That's what our pastor always says to us. Crawl, walk, run.
And then the running phase. And so we skipped a few steps, and it's something we might circle back to once we figure out how we feel in the world. But there's also no guarantees.
Yeah, find us on Goodreads. We'll update you there for sure.
Absolutely.
On how things are going. You'll see our reviews on books. If you're not able to watch an episode one week, you'll see what we have been reading. See if you want to add it to your list to read. I will say that, it was so fun to recap some of that. And I think that come fall, they can expect some changes coming to our podcast. And
yeah,
I mean, it'll still be the heart of Two Bound Books, and Amber and I will be here with you guys. But we are going to take some of our time off for some creative changes that I think will elevate the podcast at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to take this time to be going through what the heart of what we're truly wanting to get out of this as well. And so if you, as an audience and an active listener, want to see something from us, let us know where you see that as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say we love our ARC reads and we love our new authors, but I don't think that that's going to solely be what we do anymore. We will still do them. We'll still include them for sure.
I will gladly read your book.
Yep.
If you want to send your book to us, let us know via email at twoboundbooks@gmail.com.
Yeah. And so just some heart changes over here of us really reflecting on this last season. And there were such good moments. And it's been really fun to be able to do this and bring it to life for all of you. And we're very excited to see where things go moving forward. And if you guys like the changes as much as we do.
Yeah, we're super excited to see what comes of it and what comes of our planning and butting our heads together.
Yep. So as always, we are at the end. So thank you to our producer, Rob Brower, for the beautiful studio space. You can find us on social media at Two Bound Books, as well as on YouTube.
You can also find us on Goodreads, and make sure you follow us there as well. Thank you guys so much. And
we'll see you in the fall.
See you in the fall.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good summer.
Cheers, Amber.
Cheers to season 1.